This is Tech Talk HSC El Paso. Hello, I'm Jay Koester, and I have your news and events for this week. TTUHSC El Paso's Center of Emphasis in Diabetes and Metabolism is working on cutting-edge research that could upend the way diabetes is diagnosed and treated. In August 2014, Dr. David Cistola, professor and director of the Center of Emphasis, discovered a blood biomarker that identifies individuals at risk for type 2 diabetes and prediabetes. The biomarker could allow patients to understand their diabetes risk much earlier than possible with current methods.
So we discovered a way to leverage the power of the water molecule, water being the most abundant part of the bloodstream, to identify people who have early metabolic imbalance. We call it early metabolic dysregulation. And by identifying that, we can intervene and reverse that dysregulation before it moves on to become prediabetes and diabetes.
The National Institutes of Health recently awarded Dr. Cistola a 2-year, $229,000 grant to validate and expand upon his initial findings, which were published in the Journal of Translational Medicine. Dr. Cistola is hopeful that one day, thanks to this research, patients can be screened for metabolic health using the simple and rapid tests during a routine doctor's visit.
If I were to walk into my doctor's office for a routine checkup, what they would do is run a series of tests, and one of those tests would be a glucose level in the blood. And when the glucose starts to go up, that means that you're developing prediabetes. And if it goes up high, that means you've developed diabetes. And so the problem with using glucose to detect early stages is that the body keeps the glucose levels down in the earliest stages so that you would slip under the radar. So what our test does is it picks up the early stage even when the glucose levels are normal.
In addition to diabetes being a major health concern in El Paso, 400 million people worldwide have been diagnosed with the disease, including 14% of U.S. adults, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Early detection could allow patients to make the lifestyle changes to head off diabetes well before they would have been diagnosed with the disease in the past.
What we're starting to see is we need to look more at people who are younger that might not have things that are displaying as symptoms, but they might have compromises that aren't being seen in the clinic. So, I mean, people my age, even 20s and younger, looking at kind of if they have anything that's being compromised and if we can help them before it might turn into a long-term disease.
For more information about what's happening on campus, visit facebook.com/TTUHSC EP. Guns up, we'll see you next week.